it's Samantha with Semi Sense, and today I am back with another video. Today we're gonna talk about my sister locks, of course. And today is Saturday, January 5th. So number one, stop this. Happy New Year to everybody. Like, Happy New Year. 2019 is going to be a great year. We're going to claim it already. No matter what might have happened in 2018, let's just make sure we're starting this year off right. So just make sure that if you know you're not doing something right, just go ahead, take it a day at a time, and just start doing what you need to do to get you on the path where you want to go. So with that being said, I am going to start actually posting regularly now. I said that before, but I'm going to actually start doing that. Like, that was my New Year's resolution, that I was going to actually start participating in my YouTube a lot more. So this is it. Now, this is my first time actually trying to have a setup, because you actually on a tripod right now, and I'm looking at the actual face, but then the camera's over here, so that's why I'm kind of looking. Now I see what they mean with, like, are you looking at the right camera? What camera are you looking at? I see what they talking about. But anyway, yeah, today's January 5th, so that means I am 3 months and 5 days into having these sister locks, because you remember October 1 was my establishment date. So you see my hair. Look at it, get a little closer. All up in it. All up in it. So this is my hair, 3 months in. You know, I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Sister locks are like wine. They are going to get better as they mature, as the time goes by. They get better with time. Like, there's no disputing that. Unless you may not just be taking care of your locks, or you may be doing alternate stuff with your locks that is, prohibiting it from doing its thing, then yeah, you may have some complications. If you may try to self-retie too soon, and it's a lot of things can go into why your locks may not be on the right track as you may think they should. But I'm not a consultant, I don't know. I'm just talking about my experience and what I've seen from other people that do have sister locks that I know personally. So on that, today is my wash day. I am going for my retie on tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock a.m. And it's going to be my third retie. And I honestly cannot wait, because I have a lot of new growth. You really can't see my grease. I mean, you can see it still. Let me not say that. But it's definitely some new growth all throughout my hair. Alright, and so one of the things I talked about before that I did do, because I asked her the last time I did retie my hair, can I start using oils? Because I didn't have the itchy scalp a lot of people said they had, but it was just dry, and I didn't like how it was just so dry. So I had went to the store, and I went to the beauty supply store, and I had purchased some castor oil, and I got vitamin E oil and some rose water, and I did apply that to my hair. Well, I mean to tell you all that brought life to my sister locks. Let me show you what works wonders on my sister locks. So if you are struggling with, like, maybe your hair feeling a little dry, feeling brittle, itchy scalp, I don't know if it really helps with itchy scalp, but I don't have, because I don't suffer with itchy scalp. But if you want something to freshen up your locks, because I watched some YouTube videos and I saw some people talking about this, they had traditional locks, but I didn't see anybody really with sister locks using that. And so they were kept saying the people who had traditional locks were like, oh, it just made their lock so much, you know, refreshed. It made their hair soft, but not too soft or whatever. But I was like, let me try it out. So when I went and got it, y'all, it worked wonders on my hair. And I wanted to do like show you what it's like when my hair doesn't have anything on it, and then I'm going to show you what it's like after it is. Now, I don't know if it's really going to show on the camera, but when I feel it, I can tell the difference. So I'm going to let you know before how it feels and after I use this product. So what I got was, I saw a lot of people, well, not a lot, let me take that back, but I saw some people on YouTube using vitamin E oil. Now, I don't know if it was this exact brand, but they were using this vitamin E oil. That may be backwards, but all it is just vitamin E oil, 100% vitamin E oil clear. That's all it is. I did purchase 2 of them. This is the one I used originally, and then I noticed that it was another brand in there too that was this says 100% pure blended oil, vitamin E oil. Well, I can't see, but anyway, it's vitamin E oil too, I guess. So if you ever at a beauty supply store or anywhere where they may have vitamin E oil, get that. And then I also, of course, use the go-to for locks, which is rose water. Excuse me, it doesn't necessarily matter what kind of brand you get, but I got 2 of them. I've used this one before. This is just regular rose water. And then I purchased this one, which is the white rose water. I have not used this one before. It has a good smell to it, but it smells like white rose. It smells really good. It smells really good. This is, it has other stuff in it too, though. My eyes aren't the best, but I don't know if y'all can see that, if it makes sense to you, but anyway, it has some other stuff in it. But I had put it in a spray bottle that I had, and I mixed it together. Now, I know they were like, you're not supposed to mix oil and water together. And they kept saying, oh, yes, you can. They said something like the rose water would keep the oil in it. It would mix together. I tried it. This is the bottle that I used, and it was clear. Now, you can see those, no, that made anything better. But you can see like the oil sticking to the side, and it kind of floated to the top. So I don't necessarily think that it mixes together like they said. So I just use what I have, but you can see the oil on the side of the bottle. So if your rose water and your oil mixes together, more power to you, but I couldn't, you know, science didn't work for me like that. So, but in my mind, let me go out and use this oil rose, dipped it in here, let me go ahead and use it. So I do, when I do refreshing my hair, I just go ahead and use this, spray it on my hair, and let it go. So I'm going to first band my hair down because I'm going to wash it, and I am going to afterwards come back, separate my locks, because that is so important. Now that we do have locks, we don't actually have to, well, we don't comb our hair anymore. Throw your combs away, give them away. If you got kids who don't have locks, do your kids hair with the comb. But we don't have a use for combs anymore. But what we do have to do is we have to comb our hair by separating these locks. So as soon as you get done washing your hair, you always need to separate your locks. If you don't do it right afterwards, like maybe if you got like a braid out or something, after you do your braid out and you take it down after it dries, you need to go through and separate those locks, because they will become one. That didn't work. They will become one, and then your grid messed up. Then you got combined locks that are super thick. You might as well go with traditional locks. Like, you don't want them to become one and unite together. So just make sure you go through and you separate it. Keep them separated because they can't stand one another.